And where did you meet your wife at?
I met her in school. So we were in college, and I had just done this prank. And all my friends and everyone was convinced, they were all convinced I was going to get thrown out of school.
Okay. And where were you in school at, Mark?
Harvard.
Okay.
And so I was a sophomore. She was a freshman. My friends were convinced I was about to get kicked out of school. I was like going in front of this like trial for the kind of like school discipline committee. My friends threw a going away party for me. And it was in the bathroom line at the end of the party, where I was just like, next to Priscilla, and we were talking.
You had nothing to lose. It was your last meal.
I was just like, look, man, like it's, I didn't say man, but it's, like it was not very romantic situation. It's like we're waiting in line for the bathroom. She's just funny. She's cute, and it's like I was like, all right, hey, if we're gonna go out, we better go do this quickly because I'm probably gonna get kicked out of school in like 2 or 3 days. It's like that's a good pickup line, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah. That's how you really show that you have potential in the world, right? It's it's
a limited time offer.
Yeah, but it's not like very aspirational. It's like, hey,
that's true.
It's like I'm going nowhere in life, and I'm about to get kicked out of school, so you're gonna want to, you're gonna want to go out with me really quickly.
Right. It's like I guess another way to look at it is very sale rack in a way,
Very sale rack. Yeah. So, but everyone I knew thought that this whole thing was over. I mean, my parents drove up. We lived in New York. They drove up to help me pack up my dorm room because they're like, "It's over. You're coming home." Yeah. But it didn't. Then of course I made Facebook, and a few months later I dropped out anyway. So jokes on them. But it's but that's how. Did
you have to go to the trial at school, or you didn't?
Oh no, I did.
Oh, you did.
And it was like the questions that they asked were even worse than the questions that I get at like the congressional hearings.
Yeah.
It was like, don't you know that once you put this terrible prank website online, it is there forever? And it's like, no, actually that's not how it works. The site's already down. They're like, you're a smart ass. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true.
But half of a smart ass also is smart.
Yeah,
so
I'll
good.
take that. Yeah,
it's better than being a dumbass.
It's like maybe smart and a little bit of an ass, and it works.
Yeah, I'd rather be a smart ass, I think. Do you know about what was a prank site? What was it? That wasn't Facebook though.
No, it was this thing called Facemash, which in the whole lore of the thing, there's this whole movie that got made about all this stuff, and they made it seem like Facemash was a predecessor to Facebook. It wasn't. When I was in college, I just like making things.
Yeah.
So. Whether it's statues or minivans or internets or glasses, like whatever, it's just like making stuff. So
you like being creative.
Yeah. So it was very mean-spirited. It was very mean-spirited. I downloaded everyone's ID photos from their ID cards, and I made this site where it showed 2 photos, and you clicked on the person you thought was more attractive, and then it basically took all the matchups and ranked everyone in the school based on who everyone thought was the most attractive. Very mean-spirited in retrospect. Not connected to Facebook in any way.
Right, but just like
a college kid kind of being a jerk.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, so that was not my best move.
But you got to take it's baby steps.
I mean,
and also pretty cool to make something.
Some of the things I did were useful and fun. That one, I put it together in a weekend. Not my best work. Not my best work. But
that's fair. Not your best work. Not my best. Yeah, we've all had things that we made that weren't the best. Probably.
When I was in college, I wasn't there for long, but I mean, I was technically a psychology major. I mean, I took a bunch of computer science and math classes too. But
dude, if somebody even went to Harvard for 4 days, dude, I would hire him to be my therapist or whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Really?
No, I don't know. I think I'd rather have someone who... I definitely subscribe to the theory of like, you want people who did well at whatever they did, not just like who have some random credential. So,
I guess, but where I'm from, if you heard Harvard, it was like somebody had gone to like Mars or something. It was very,
Yeah, no, I get it.
But I think so it kind of differs from place to place. Did you have to tell your parents you were dropping out of college? Was that a crazy day? Did you DM them or what'd you do?
So, I mean, I'd already started Facebook, and Harvard had this nice policy where you you didn't have to make a hard decision to drop out. You could just postpone. So I just didn't go back for the next term. But later, my mom told me that she always knew I wasn't going to finish college. I was like, Mom, the hell does that mean? But no, but actually,
but that's got to be the worst. Imagine this, okay? Say your son or child or daughter or mixed child or whatever. Imagine it's a big test at school, right? You have to hug your kid goodbye. You know your kid is not going to do good on that test, right? But you still have to stay in there in the kitchen and give him a little bit of chocolate milk and be like, you're going to do good out there today, Benny, or whatever his name is, right? But then the second he leaves, you're just like, that kid doesn't have a
it's like
you know?
Benny's screwed. Benny's screwed.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know
what we're talking
I don't know what it's
about.
like. No, but my younger sister.
Is our conversation going okay? I feel like it's cool, you?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
this is, I mean, it's less random than I expected it to be, you know?
It is?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think it's just hard to talk sometimes to people.
No, before I went to college, my mom, I think, told me that she thought I was going to drop out. My younger sister bet me that she was going to finish college before me.
Ooh, I like that attitude.
And I was like, nah, I'm going to get a degree. And they all came true. I dropped out. My younger sister finished college, and then I got an honorary degree. So, bonus.
Oh, you got they gave you that.
I know, yeah.
Oh, dang. Did you even get your GED at all either?
No, I did finish high school.
You did?
GED is high school, right? Is that?
I don't know. I think they make a GED premiere now.
I don't know. Anyone? No?
GED's high school equivalent.
All right. Thank you. No, I got a high school diploma.
You got a high school diploma?
That's my education.
Dude, that's 94% of our country. So you're in good hands, brother. You're right there with some of the greats.